Good evening. Welcome to this week, Champs, Veteran, and Community Chat. I am Kayla Alix, co-host, and I'm here with my handsome co-host,
Sam Alix.
And we are excited to be with you again this week. I hope everybody is having the most amazing week. So we got some few things to talk about just to catch everyone up and give you some did you knows and what is happening around the veteran community and how you as a veteran and supporter civilians can help us and be a part of the great work that we're doing. So Sam, tell us a little bit of what you have going on.
Okay, great. Shout out to, first of all, to our pastor here, Tiffany, and all the pastors on the roster. The great work that they do here at St. John's downtown. Just great folks from the pastors, pastoral staff, employees, workers, volunteers. They all make the experience here at St. John's so phenomenal. Also, and all the organizations that help us at CHAMP as well. Shout out to those folks, MVPN and others that make it possible, Serve, and all those organizations.
Post 416.
Yes, American Legion Post 416.
Yes.
It is correct. And so just, we wouldn't have this, we wouldn't be able to do what we do without our friends, partners, and collaborators. And so it's so important that we recognize that we stand on the shoulders of giants.
Yes. So I know you all have a saying in the military, one team, one fight.
One team, one fight.
And what I love about that is not an I, right? It's not an individual task or service. Everyone chips in. Everyone supports one another. There's no big I's or little U's. We are one team, one fight. That's
right, Kayla. Because we recognize that it's like, for instance, to your point, the Navy can't say we can be successful without the Air Force. The Air Force can't say, well, we don't need the Marine Corps. And I think that it's the same in civilian life. Bread of Life makes an impact because they have organizations like Word on the Street and organizations like CHAMP and individuals like the members here at St. John's. And for instance, we can't do what we do without Jameson and Reggie.
I know, our wonderful producers. So that's a good segue.
That's a good segue.
This is a good segue to, so 9/11 is coming up.
Yes, 9/11 is coming up.
And it's similar, a National Day of Service, kind of like what we do for Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday, a National Day of Service. And so Bread of Life and Word on the Street Ministries are some of the organizations, veterans, that you are looking to get plugged in and help out. These organizations do great work in our community.
That's right.
And so look them up, and we'll give you more details later on in the show on how you can get plugged in, and so you can already kind of plan out your 9/11 strategy of your National Day of Service.
That's right. Good point, Kayla. Some other activities that are going on. CA meets here today at the beautiful campus of St. John's, 2019 Crawford, downtown Houston. They meet from 6:30 to 7:30 Mr. Rodney Owens is the facilitator of Path to Serenity. So come on in if you need a CA meeting, as well as tomorrow, Path to Freedom. They meet from 5:30 to 6:30 here at the campus, and they help men and women that are transitioning out of incarceration to prevent recidivism. Yes, so with support, discipline, a plan, and accountability partners, we can prevent recidivism.
Yes. And so I do have an important announcement. So did you know that the Pentagon is looking to beef up their staff? They are flying in from D.C. on September 5th and 6th, and they are hosting a job fair and a career fair for all GS levels, from all career levels, whether it is support staff all the way up to some of the higher ranking career opportunities. I will be bringing more information to Champs Community Veteran and Chat in the next coming weeks to get you prepared. So if you are looking for a new career, or you transitioning, or you are starting out, please get your resume ready. If you don't have a security clearance, they will be doing one on the spot, so that's good. And these jobs will be remote, telework, in the office, and they're global. They're all over. So they're in the States, they're all over the world, Germany, Brussels, what have you. So this is an opportunity of a lifetime. They don't come around every day. So I just want to share that information. If you are looking for work and you would like to work for the Pentagon, I will be bringing more information in the upcoming weeks to help you get prepared for that job fair. And it will be September 5th and 6th from 8 to 4. You do not want to miss it. I'll turn it back over to Sam.
Oh, great. Thank you, Kayla. Also, upcoming Bread of Life will be distributing this upcoming Saturday, August 17th, from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. It's first come, first serve here at the campus of St. John's, 2019 Crawford. So come on in, first come, first serve, 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Also, we have, if you are interested in becoming a veteran peer support, like myself and Kayla, where you can help other veterans and things like that in the state of Texas, there's a certain training that you need. That way, we're all following the same protocol. It's ran by Military Veteran Peer Network, MVPN. So reach out to us and we'll get you plugged in. Eli Perez, he's a Army veteran, runs that program, and he'll get you plugged in. So please email us at info@champ.vet, info@champ.vet, and we'll help you get trained in that area so you'll have the state certification that work with veterans. Also, we're going to pause for a moment and just recognize one of our veterans that here at St. John's, and he's an Air Force veteran that just recently passed. This gentleman, I would see him here at church, and he would be on our calls on the men's call on every morning when he could. And Wilmer Washington, I know him by Mr. Willie. And he always had a smile on his face. He served during the Vietnam era in Guam and overseas, and after leaving the military, he went to work for the post office for many, many years. Just a good man. Finished from Jack Yates High School here in the Houston area, class of 1966, and just beloved by the community. And if you come to St. John's, he was in a wheelchair. He always wore these super cool tracksuits. Yeah, Run DMC style, LL Cool J style. Always had a smile on his face. I would tease him and say, "Hey, bro, you gotta let me wear that sometime." And just a kind soul. And so rest in power, Brother Willie, man. We love you. We'll see you on the other side, brother. God bless you. Rest in power. And so, yeah.
And as we go into break, we would like to just quickly introduce our guests before we roll into our break.
Yeah, we're going to have, when we come back from break, we're going to have Mr. Stephen Graves and Mr. John from Bread of Life. So stay with us.
Welcome back to Champ's Veteran Community and Chat. I'm Kayla Alix.
I'm Sam Alix.
All right, Sam. So let's get into our show. So who are our guests again?
Our guests today, we have two gentlemen here that are doing great work, grassroots, boots on the ground, impacting the lives of young people, families, those in need. and then also giving a space for those that want to come and serve others to do that. Reverend Stephen Graves, a Word on the Street, and then also Brother John Mersden, who's representing himself today, and he does great work here on the campus of St. John's. Give it up for them.
Awesome.
All right. Do you have a question, babe, about the gate?
Yes, so, Reverend Steve, you first. What led you to do the work you're doing at Wesley Square Apartments? How did God give you that vision to be a light at Wesley Square?
Well, I've been doing the work of Word on the Street since 2001. It's 23 years.
Wow.
But we've been at Wesley Square since 2020. And the work came out of just the work came out of the need. At that time, the pandemic was going on. A lot of young folk were not in school. They were just ripping and running, tearing the property up, tearing things up, and just really not occupying their mind what I believe what is good and wholesome. And so out of that, we saw a need to come in and provide programs for the youth primarily that would empower them, that would encourage them, and that would motivate them to do more with their life than just run around and tear the property up. And so as a result of that, the ministry, the organization has grown with leaps and bounds. And so we just wanted to come in and provide an outlet for these young people to grow and develop and be all that we believe God has called them to be.
Outstanding, outstanding. So Wesley Square, to our listeners out there, is located in Southeast Houston, Sunnyside. Mm-hmm. And I have roots there. As a matter of fact, I was there 50 years ago, that same property in Operation Head Start. And so I commend you for answering the call and doing that work. Tell us about some of the programs that you have that has really impacted the youth over at Wesley Square.
Well, primarily, we have what we call a youth empowerment class. So every Wednesday, we do a youth empowerment class for boys, for young men, and then every Thursday we do a youth empowerment class for young ladies. And so we have different community speakers come in and just try to motivate these young people. Not so much, the Word of God is our foundation, and we unashamedly believe the Word of God, but we go over and beyond that, and we try to teach them life skills, things that would benefit them and that would help them become good wives, good fathers, good parents, good people, good productive people in society. So we try to teach them life skills: how to cook, how to talk to people, how to say yes sir, no sir, how to say not cuz, how to communicate, how to young ladies how to sit, how to not fighting, and just different things of that nature that would help them become better. What we believe powerful and productive youth to influence our culture. And so we have two programs, primarily one for our young men and then the other one for our young ladies, and we teach them life skills. So every Wednesday and every Thursday for 1 hour on each day, we come in, we teach them things that we believe that will help them be powerful and productive youth to influence our culture. And as well, we partner. Initially, when I started, it was just me. But by the grace of God, He has sent people along that have come alongside us and that make the work a little bit easier.
That's great. That's great. I know later on we'll share how other volunteers can step up to the plate and help you carry that load, because every organization, the foundation is the support that the person who's the visionary or the people that are the visionaries have. You have to have people that come beside you and help you carry the load. It's your vision, but we're here to support that. So we'll do a call out. Would you like to share maybe a positive story or maybe of an outcome that you've had where you've seen the growth in one of your participants?
Well, like I said, I've been in Western Square, been serving there since 2020, and I've seen countless youth come in and come and go. Some come, some go, some stay. But I thank God for the youth that have come and have stayed and have exemplified the traits, the skills that we teach. And one young man by the name of Zach, when I first started, he's 19 years old now. He graduated from U.S. Prep, and he's on his way to Prairie View A&M.
Wow!
And so when we first,
that's outstanding.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
And again, he wasn't a bad child. He wasn't a thug. He wasn't a gangster. But he didn't have a male role model in his life. He did, just being raised by his mother and his grandmother. So he's kind of trying to find his own way. But we were able to come alongside him and help him grow and develop and be the young man that I believe God has called him to be. And so as a result, he's now he's preparing to go to school. He's a young man. He's not doing anything wrong. He's doing all the things that I believe young people should do. So we thank God for Zach and for his entire family, for his brothers and sisters who have come through our program and who have exemplified the traits and the skills that we teach.
I love that. But I also want to touch upon that not only do you service the youth at Wesley Square, but you also service their parents.
Yeah.
And it is important to keep the parents engaged so that the children stay engaged. And I know you've done financial literacy classes for the parents, life skill classes for the parents. And so that exemplifies the whole healthy family. Am I correct, Sam?
Yes. Yes.
So talk a little bit
yeah.
about how you work with the parents of your youth.
Definitely, the youth are our focal point. That is why we're there for the youth. But we see the need to reach out to the parents because we believe that in order for us to be successful with the youth, that what we're teaching has to be reinforced at home. If they're coming into the center, getting this wholesome, godly teaching, and then going back home into a hostile environment and going into an immoral, illegal, unethical environment, we believe that's not good. So we serve the parents. We provide food for them on a weekly basis. We provide financial literacy classes. We have every first Monday of the month we have what's called the Parents Hour, and the parents can come in. They can just whatever need they may have. We try our best to address those needs.
All right, great. We're about to go to break. And when we come back, I would like for you to share, Reverend Graves, how that gentleman sitting to your left has impacted your youth and the families. Again, my name is Sam Alix. I'm with my beautiful co-host, Kayla Alix. We're on Amazing 102.5, powered by the Bread of Life. Stay with us.
And welcome back to CHAP's Veteran Community Chat. I'm Kayla Alix with Sam Alix. And we're going to go back to Reverend Stephen Graves and John Mersden to talk about how those two have come together and collaborated and helped with the support of the youth ministry.
Yes. How did you two meet, Brother John? And tell us a little bit about your background and what made you so passionate about giving back and serving, and how did you two meet?
Well, I started because my son Fabian was murdered December 29, 2017, Fabian Smith, and that took a big part of my life. I still cry almost every day, but it gave me a bigger drive to help the community. You speak about gun violence, human trafficking, domestic violence, food insecurity, and rescuing the youth in the community, and that's a part of serving the community. There's no breaks when you serve the community, so I do this 7 days a week. I met Reverend Graves through, of course, the Breath of Life. It was an event that we did together. He invited us out. We came, and we served hundreds of families from not only Wesley Square, but other residents from different apartment complexes. A lot of times you go to events, it's only for the property, but Mr. Graves, they don't do that. They actually invite everyone within the community because everyone is in need of something, help, especially resources. But Bread Life had changed my life in many ways. You know, it's given me that extra push. It's like my therapy to help every single day. It gave me that extra job. I had a wonderful boss, Pastor Rudy Rasmus, Chris Barnes. They're the best boss you can have in the world. You know, and they support all the staff and all the community. But after my son had passed, I started my foundation called Houstons Unsolved Homicide. We are a 501c3. We're a nonprofit. The reason why I started that is because so many families have lost a loved one due to violence, and it hurted me. You know, we did a lot of visuals for families. We do a lot of community events. Rest in peace to Sheila Jackson Lee, Congresswoman. She used to come to our feedings twice a month, and she used to always ask me, Mr. John, why are you serving oxtails? I said, no, man, those are turkey necks. The oxtails cut them really big, you know. But I really miss her. She was a good mentor.
Yes,
but the mission that we're doing, it became so huge that we started serving my country, Belize. We send barrels of clothes and shoes every month. But last month was my first month I ever sent food to Belize, because the minimum wage in Belize is $2.50 an hour. That's $2.50 US is $5 Belize dollars, and we're in the 28th century. Imagine America paying employees $2.50 an hour. Who wouldn't survive? You know, the mission is getting bigger and bigger because we also did our first prom dress drive, and within 8 days, some of the pastors from St. John's and community leaders helped us to get over 300 prom dresses in 8 days to give the young ladies in Belize dresses. We also do toy drives. We did our first toy drive last year at Greenspoint Mall in Greenspoint, and that was a blessing. We had 1,100 families came out with their kids, and that was a long. It said 2 hours. It lasted almost 5 hours, and it was hot. But I love serving the community because it's not about me. It's not about you. It's about serving as whole as one. And I miss one thing. I miss talking to the youths. I'm not going to lie to you. I used to go to the probation center on Chimney Rock with Mr. Jose, and I went there once every other month to speak with juvenile kids. These kids just need to be heard. You know, I did an exercise. I asked Mr. Jose for a piece of paper for each child, young adult, and a pen, and I asked them, don't write what you want tomorrow. Just write something that you want to do in life, not for yourself, but for others. And most of the young adults said they want to help their mother. You know, and it hurted me because some of them had records already at 17, 18 years old. Some of them had records of robbery, attempted robbery, assault. And these are young men and women that are lost. Some came from broken homes. Some came from homes of both parents. But now society is so different, it's hard to protect your kids from the outside world. But I wouldn't mind getting back into that more often now because I don't work 7 days a week anymore. As of 2 weeks ago, so I have a lot of my evenings are free. My weekends are a little free now. But I just want to keep on pushing and working, and I'm doing this with love and passion. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to steal from you. I'm always going to tell the truth, and that's the way I am because I do it for the people. And one thing I've been doing for the past few years was helping our community. I'm the only person that's out there every MLK Day that's African descent that walk with hundreds of families with their posters of banners of their loved ones that are missing. I even helped in a couple murder cases. I even helped found missing people. You know, so I don't know how I'm doing it, but it's the grace of God. And I'm doing it. You know, so I'm trying to get back out there to do more impact within the community.
Outstanding, John. I see your heart. I see your compassion for others, and that smile on your face, brother. That smile, and Kayla and I, when we heard about first of all, you shared with me about your son, and man, my heart goes out, and also the work that you do in Belize, And so anytime, you know, we love you, and it's an honor really to serve with both of you men, because I know your heart. And that's why this platform is here. Shout out to Miss Amanda Sapp for giving us this platform, because we want others to hear it and go, wow, how can I get plugged in? Because it takes a village.
Yes, sir.
It takes a village. Our youth, and I love both of you men, are doing proactive work.
Yes.
Proactive. Let's not wait for it to be a crime. To your point, Brother John, getting back, talking to the youth, letting them know that they're listened to. We're hearing them, meeting them where they are, listening to them first, and then finding out what we can do as adults and organizations and individuals to help them get to reach their goals. And so that's what it's about. That's what this platform is about. So thank you for sharing that.
Thank you
for sharing that. Yes.
Yes, I agree. So, Pastor Stephen, back to you. Got a question for you. So what are some of the challenges you are having supporting your organization and your group with your youth, because you have quite a few and they love you, and you serve quite a few young people.
I have a quick story to that. We on past Saturday we did backpack drive, and we had one here on Sunday at church. And at your drive at Word on the Street, you did you may not even remember this, but you brought the kids up and you were saying, okay, what my future, because we were celebrating like a pep rally about the first day of school, what my school teacher, what my attorney, where my doctor. And you said, okay, and someone said, okay, who wants to be like Reverend Stephen? And a few kids said, I want to be like you. And then you said something to the effect of, what do I do? And you know what the little girl said? You go to church all the time. So the impact you have, you may not even know, but you have an impact. And matter of fact, from truck driver and police officer, all that, you had the highest hands raised who said, I want to be like Reverend Graves.
Yes.
More hands went up saying they wanted to be like you, your job. And they see it, they feel it.
Yes. So, wow, it's break.
Oh, we always have another break. Huh?
And so Mr. Alix took up the answer. So we'll come back to talk about some of the needs that Pastor Stephen has, and John, and how we can all get involved
as a community.
Yes.
So stay with us.
Welcome back to Champs Veteran Community in Chat. I'm Kayla Alix, and I'm with Sam Alix. And we closed out the last segment talking about what are some of the needs and challenges that Word on the Street has currently. And so, Pastor Stephen, can you elaborate a little bit about what your needs are and how the community can get involved to help with our youth?
Well, let me say this right quick. I want to thank Champ for coming alongside Word on the Street. It's been a few years now. They have supported us in ways unthinkable, and so we want to thank you all for what you've done and what you continue to do. And I also want to give shout out to this weekend. We did have a back to school rally and hair fair. It wasn't just a giveaway. We didn't just want to give stuff and people going home, but we wanted to provide resources and things that people could utilize and take with them. So I do want to thank the mayor's office for their support. I want to thank Bud's House of Meat. Again, I want to thank Champs. I want to thank Destin for Empowerment. And I want to thank Resurrection Church. And I do want to thank our vendors for coming out. Civic Hearts for coming out, the Gulf Coast Regional Blood Center, Kids Meal, the Real Voters of Harris County, and then PNC Bank. And so we do want to thank you all. We serviced over 100 families, and we were able to pass out about 250 backpacks with supplies. And so, and certainly want to thank Mr. John Mersden. He has been a resource for Word on the Street. whenever there's a need that we have a word on the street, I'm able to text him or call him, and if he has the resource for us, he'll tell me, come on, get it. So I do want to thank him for what he has done to help us continue to serve the community. And as he said, our work is based at Western Square Apartments, but we're not just Western Square. Our work is open to the entire Sunnyside South Park community. We are, Western Square does have a gate, but the things that we offer the community, the things that we offer at Western Square is available for the entire community. And just real quickly, one of the things that my uncle Sam Alix did for this past Saturday is he made a cry. He gave a passionate cry for help for word on the street, and the cry he gave was that more adult females will come alongside and help us mentor these young girls. Me being a man, I'm very particular how I interact with these young ladies, because I don't want anything to be said negatively, and so I try to be very careful with how I interact with them. But he gave a cry for help, and as a response of his call for help, 2 adult females came forward and said they want to help. And so we're looking forward. We're taking the rest of the month of August off to give the kids opportunity to get acclimated to school. We're going to start our mentorship program back in September, and I do want to thank you, because it was as a result of you passionately calling for help. We had individuals that are blowing our phone that want to help, and so I want to thank you.
Praise the Lord, man.
For that, because these young ladies, they're attracted to the father figure in me, but to get them to sit down and listen, it's going to take females to do that.
Yeah.
And so we thank God for your call, and we thank God for these young ladies, these women who have answered the call to help. So so word on the street, we have many needs, but the main need is we need people. We need people. So if you want to be a part of what we're doing and you want to help us, you can always go to our website, which is www.wotshouston.org. That's www.wotshouston.org. Or you can contact our ministry office at 346-509-9182. That's 346-509-9182. Just call us, leave a message, talk to somebody, and we'll be glad to get you plugged in where we can get you plugged in.
Awesome.
All right.
That's
Thank
good.
you.
And Brother John.
Same question. Yes, sir.
How can we be, the community, be an assistance for you and your organization? Mm-hmm. And what are your asks?
Well, I don't know. Just keep praying and helping. But I want to say thanks to my wife. She's the brain behind the operation. I might be the face, but she's the brain behind it. But what I'm doing next is in October, we're going to put on the website registration to walk in an MLK Day parade. And second, we're doing a prom dress drive. I would like to.
I got a ton of dresses. I got you.
I would like to try to get to 500 dresses.
Wow.
And Mr. Graves, Brother Graves, Stephen Graves. I'm going to bring you some rain boots for kids.
Amen. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Kids rain boots.
Okay.
I'm going to try to do it when I come back in town by the 26th, that Monday.
Okay.
I could do it Monday. I'll be off that day.
Okay.
But I definitely bring you some shoes.
Okay.
Some rain boots for the kids. And just keep on working together. That's it. I don't have much. I never ask for nothing. The thing about, I tell everyone, building a nonprofit, it's a lot of work.
Yes, sir.
I get 100 no's every day, and I cry and I get that one yes.
Yes.
But the thing is, you have to go out there and keep pushing, because you have to believe in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's the strongest person, is yourself. And take the no's, because the no's make you. The no's. I love the NO's. The big capital NO makes me work harder for the YES. And when they get that word yes, everyone know I'm gonna cry like a baby.
Yes.
But I just want to keep on supporting my community and helping everyone in need. And if anyone out there have a child, I'm gonna tell you right now, a young adult that's going through hardship. A lot of times, as African Americans or African descent, we don't talk about peer pressure, mental illness, or just a lot of kids out there alone. You know, I think as adults, we should also be there, or mentors. We are mentors and pillars of the community to help serve, and we have to spend more time within our community and educate them about life, educate them about love, educate them just so they could be someone in life, because we are all someone. And I think a lot of times we don't have that father, mother figure in the house, you know, the kids stray away. But I'm here to help, and I want nothing from no one except just love each other, and I just keep on supporting. That's it.
Well, we'll put out that rally cry for progress.
Oh, yes.
So we got you. We got you. Well, you know, we just want to thank both of you for making our society, our community, a great place. And I always tell people it's easy to sit back and be on the judgment seat and judge people based on what we see. But it's more than black and white, right? There are various factors that go into play why people do some of the things that they do, and we may not understand, because in order to be a light, we have to walk a mile in another person's shoes, like Dr. King says, and see it from a different perspective and get involved. Because if you don't like what you see, what are you doing to be that change?
Yes.
What are you doing to change that person's dynamic to make them a better person? That person may have had a hard time and just struggled to find their footing. And so just a kind, hearted person coming in with the resources that person had. It may not be much, but it's something. But to show that you love and you care means a lot. And that gives that person hope to continue on and to continue to strive to be their best selves. And our young people are looking to us, right? And so we have to set the example. And it's more than stats and adoration from other people on social media and things like that. It is being there. It is sitting with them. It's hearing them and not talking at them. But we must guide them in the right way. So I commend both of you for what you are doing, because our community cannot be healthy and whole without boots on the ground.
Yes.
People like yourselves that are actually showing what Christ is like on a daily basis. So I thank you for being on our show today. And for those of you who are listening in to Champs Veteran Community and Chat, you can find information in the description on social media, whether it's IG or YouTube or Facebook, information on how to contact both Mr. Stephen Graves and Mr. John Mersden to get plugged in. You can know how to reach Champ. We'll have it in our description as well. And I thank you, so much for tuning in today. We have some final housekeeping information to finalize our show today. Again, thank you, Amanda Sapp, for allowing us to bring community news to our community. We are whole and healthy because we are together, right? And we're working together. So I thank you for the platform, and I thank you for our team, Reggie and Jameson, for making us be great and look great and smoothing all of this out, because we are a humble couple who has done what the Lord has called us to do, and that's to serve others. Earlier I talked about the Pentagon Job Fair that's coming up on September 5th and 6th. It is not just for militaries and veterans. It is also for civilians. If you have high school students that are coming out, juniors, seniors, have them come out to the job fairs. If you have college students who have just recently graduated or is graduating college in the next few months at the end of this year, have them come out. Just make sure you have resumes ready and available. So this job fair is for everyone, even though it is hosted by the Army. Sam, anything?
Yes, just to echo about the job fair, and what I like about it, these are careers. We talk about getting jobs, but a lot of times when you go to work for the federal government, that's a career.
Yes.
So you're looking at insurance, you're looking at a retirement, pension, and things like that. So, and there are a lot of jobs that are here in the Houston area, so that's great. And not only that, I just wanted to echo what you said about these two gentlemen as we wrap. I think we're down to about a minute. That I just want to encourage both of you to keep doing what you're doing. That your work is not in vain.
Yes.
I'm a product of the inner city. I think, John, you mentioned growing up on the West Coast.
Yes.
And so we that are sitting here today are a testimony of what men like you and women like you, women that are out there that are doing great work, have impacted others' lives. So I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for people like you back when I was a kid. And so the work that you're doing is not in vain. So those times when you do feel like, man, these kids are not listening, know that it's not in vain. It's not in vain. So keep going. Thank you for joining us this week. Thank you, Kayla, for being my ride or die in this journey. We love you out there, listeners. We'll see you all next week when we have Brother and Sister Muhammad of COVID-19 Wall of Memories will be sharing the work that they do in the community. Amazing folks. Until then, be blessed. Again, thank you. Amazing 102.5, powered by the bread of life. See you next week.